tonight, the Super Bowl champion San Francisco 49ers are back in the Superdome, where last January they were already thinking 3 in a row.
Here it is, baby. Next year, 3 teams. We're going for 3 again. It's the first team in history to do that.
The world champion San Francisco 49ers beat the New Orleans Saints as we begin our third decade of ABC's Monday Night Football.
Are you ready, all you fans out there in out there land? I say it's time again. Have mercy, let the congregation say, hey, man. It's time for the biggest, baddest party in the world. So get on up, turn it up a notch, and get ready to boogie, baby. Ow!
We're back.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready for some football? We're ready. A Monday night party. Hey, this is Rocky Randall, Hank. Ready to get the good time started. From the opening kickoff to the grand finale, it's a Super Bowl season on a ABC. Yes, everybody is a fan. This is the biggest party, man. All the right across this land. We all got it started. Yeah. Everything is ready. Everything is right. Monday Night Football is coming on tonight.
So that's the series where Matt Millen gets a lot of the credit. Tommy Barnhart to kick. John Taylor back to receive. Good deep kick at the 36-yard line. Taylor with room to roll. A flag is down as he crosses the 50 and is taken down at the 47-yard line. Right.
Holding number 26. San Francisco on the return. First down.
That's Darryl Pollard. And so instead of taking the ball in New Orleans territory, 2 first and 10. The fake to Rathman. Montana steps up. Couldn't find any of the first 3 receivers open and steps out of bounds at the 42. So nobody was open. The secondary does its job. And Montana goes out of bounds near the line of scrimmage to the right and in motion. And Montana throws to Jamie Williams, but there's a flag down at the inception of the play. Williams bumped out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
I think they're going to say that this was a dead play and the whistle came before the play, a false start. So
Montana under pressure throws and nearly has it picked off at the 39-yard line. Wayne Martin put the pressure on
the ball.
Barry Helton gets the kick away at the low line. Drive fumbled to the 28-yard line by Robert Morse. And a pile-up at the 32. Keith DeLong is near the bottom of the pile. That's him with the football, and indeed the 49ers take possession. On the fumble by Morse, after the low line drive kick, Morse probably taking his eye off the ball before it got there. 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line. That's Taylor in motion. He had lined up in the backfield. Flags all over the place, and Montana's back at the 36.
Yeah, that's the kind of forming defense you almost suspect is going to be the holding call. Been out of gear all through preseason. They're saying it again.
3rd and 13 out of a 4-receiver set. Montana knocked down, intended for Taylor, and Milton Mack back there covering along with Benny Thompson.
Career best here, too.
52 yards, Barry Helton to hold. And the kick is good. Equaling his career best against the Redskins in 1988.
Interception.
Tommy Barnhart for his second punt. John Taylor back to the team. Taylor at the 37. Escapes the first man and the second, but not the third. As the tackle is made by Benny Thompson out of the scare with the Chargers. 2nd and 7. Montana completes his first pass of the season for a first down to Taylor at the New Orleans 44-yard line.
And Jerry Rice.
2nd and 10. Montana steps up and away from the pressure and connects for a first down to Brent Jones. And covered and tackled by Vaughn Johnson at the 31. So the wide out and the tight end. They love to go to the running back. Here's Craig, who can't get out of the backfield. Great play by Vaughn Johnson.
Ron Johnson was a Pro Bowler last year and probably should have been before that. He is.
On 2nd and 14, Montana on a short roll hits Rathman, and he's taken down at the 30-yard line, caught from behind by Sam Mills. Montana under a lot of pressure again. Incomplete. Saints team blitzing. They picked up one blitzer, but not another. Wayne Martin, in the end, also putting pressure on Montana. 52, this one 47. And Felton puts it down. That one has the distance, but not the accuracy.
Well, he's back to being inconsistent.
47-yard field goal attempt, unless the Saints take over at the previous spot, the 30 on 1st and 10. And this is Dalton Hilliard swinging to the outside, and then runs into Ronnie Lott, that pushes him forward for a couple of yards. So Will Hilliard at 5'8", 204 pounds, runs right into Ronnie Lott and takes him for a little ride. Saints line up with 3 tight ends, and send one of them tight in motion. And on 2nd and 5, Forcade after the Hilliard take, rolling against the grain. And before he steps out of bounds, somehow finds Obi Brenner at the 44 of the 49ers.
Oh, and downfield, Brett Perryman not covered at all. There's a flag down, but Brett Perryman was deep downfield. Carpet after it was over. Well, you got to wonder if New Orleans able to pull that off without somebody being downfield.
We got it.
And what if that somebody is the quarterback?
Remember, it's the 35.
He's still on his feet. And there's... Oh, you heard the crowd react. They just got the same look that we got. Now you can see clearly his left foot is behind. That's his right. There comes his left. You know, from that angle, and again, keep in mind, this camera is ahead of the 35. It looks good.
So the penalty stands, and 3rd down and 10. And Forcade from the shotgun finds Perriman. He has a 1st down. He gets into 49er territory and runs out at the 45-yard line.
Did he? Averaging almost 25 yards a catch. And watch him kick in the afterburner right here. Good speed.
He's at the 44-yard line. Forcade finds the open man. It's Martin. 1st down at the 27-yard line. Eric Martin catching the pass for the 42nd consecutive game. Mays is the sole running back in this set. He stays in the block. A lot of pressure on Forcade. And it's dropped at the 13-yard line by Hobie Brenner.
And I think he was throwing to Eric Martin.
Here. A 41-yard attempt. Tommy Barnhart, the holder, and this one was like the old Morton Anderson. So the Saints cash in for 3 and tie it with 2:31 to go in the opening quarter on opening night in New Orleans. From the 20-yard line, Roger Craig gets stumped at the 16 by Robert Massey, who is coming up on a corner blitz.
Mike Gerard has already gone places that people didn't think he could.
3rd and 10 from the 20. And Montana throws, and was Taylor in bounds? Yes, according to the back judge at the 31-yard line. Of 11, 49ers with their first 3rd down conversion.
And Artis.
Montana will run out of bounds at the 36-yard line. You can't forget about Montana in that same regard.
You're right.
Here's Craig seeking the 1st down and should have it as he reaches the 42. Sam Mills makes the stop.
Football by a bunt.
Yes. 3rd down, 8 from the 44. And Montana has a 1st down as he hits Gerard, and his forward progress takes him to the 46-yard line. Catching it in traffic and pushed back, but not until he reached the 46 of New Orleans.
There's Mike Gerard, Frank, doing his Jerry Rice imitation.
On the 46-yard line. Craig, flag is down. And Craig is out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Flag pulled by the umpire.
Weapons
Holding
at his disposal.
number 62, offense, first down.
To Joe.
Has yet to catch a pass tonight. As Montana retreats on 2nd and 19, he can't get it away. Sacked for the third time at the 39-yard line, and Ronaldo Turnbull, the #1 draft choice from West Virginia.
Is wondering about, too, with Harris Barton in there at guard. He played most of his career at tackle.
Three-man rush on 3rd and 24, and he bounces it to John Taylor, who was covered by Massey. Finding on here, 1st and 15. Montana finding the open receiver at the 17-yard line. That's Taylor, and he works his way out to the 19, so they pick up most of it. And it'll be 2nd and 1. Craig in motion. And after the short drop by Montana, it's intercepted on a pass intended for Jones. Corey Cook gives New Orleans a first down at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, but give credit to Vaughn Johnson.
Receivers in this set, 3rd down and 9. And Forcade lost it for Lonzel Hill and batted away on a beautiful play by Eric Davis, the rookie out of Jacksonville State.
Eyes on him when he looks like the ball is going to be there. Then you look.
Morton Anderson from 39. And he's 2 for 2. The old Anderson is back. Anderson splits the upright from 39. New Orleans has the lead. 6:54 to go in the half. From the 30-yard line.
You've got me in suspense. Do I have to wait?
Just a little bit longer. Catch is made by Brent Jones, and he picks up the first down. He was trailed by Vaughn Johnson.
They're so picky.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Montana checks off and hits receiver number 3, and that's Tom Rathman, who led the conference in receptions by running backs last year and was topped only in the league by John L. Williams of Seattle. Rathman football was Saturday. 2nd and a long 2, and they pick up that and a lot more on Jerry Rice's first catch of the game. And of the year, of course, as Troy Cook provides the coverage. Rathman in motion. Saints show blitz. Craig can't get out of the backfield. Now he does, as he flipped the first couple of attempted tackles and takes it down to the 36-yard line. Montana sending 5 receivers into the pattern and then does it himself and takes it to the 32 and has the first down. Brett Maxey comes up for the tackle. 2nd and 10. Here's Rathman.
And they almost didn't have Tina Turner.
Turner was waived and then re-signed, and there's a scuffle that ensues.
They'll be in the end zone.
Rice in motion. Montana gets buried at the 35-yard line. Ricky Jackson and Jim Wilkes for the sack, and that puts them back in a position where if Kofor comes in, it's a field goal of about 52 yards. 52-yarder this time in the other direction. He made one from 52, just missed one from 47. And Kofor this time has the distance, but again, not the accuracy.
And more than that, the Saints get good field position. They'll mark it at the line of scrimmage, and that's the 35-yard line.
From the 35-yard line, here's Dalton Hilliard swinging to the outside and chased out of bounds by Walter and Griffin, stopping the clock with 1:23. And the Saints, as we look ahead, had 2 timeouts remaining. 2nd and 6. The open man over the middle is number 80, Brett Perriman, who makes the catch, and then Ronnie Lott buries him at the 48-yard line. First down.
That's a mistake.
48 seconds remaining. Again, the catch is made by Perriman, but there's nowhere to go as he is blanketed as he makes the catch by Darryl Pollard. And the Saints now stop the clock. Perriman still in one piece. Split off to the left. And Forcade throws, and the catch made by Martin. Breaks the tackle at the 31. Whoa! Then goes down at the 34 and loses the ball, but the play stands. Waymer made the hit. The timeout left. The clock is down to 20 seconds on first down. And Forcade will go out of bounds to stop it with 15 seconds.
Did you see, guys, the last play, Joel Hilgenberg fly downfield and give Ronnie Lott a little welcome back?
The game within the game. Hilliard wide right. Forcade flushed out again. Throwing from Martin, and Martin goes down at the 10 on a necktie by Don Griffin. And now the Saints will have to take their last time out with 6 seconds. And he has accounted for all of the Saints scoring in this first half, which still has 3 seconds remaining. From the NFL, and a word from our ABC station, we're going to look back at yesterday, coming up at halftime. 2nd and 10 from the 11. Montana has it knocked loose. It's a free ball. Pile up at the 11. New Orleans has the football.
Now, if this was Atlanta against Houston, someone would pick it up now and run it in for a touchdown.
Worried. Probably more than a little worried. 2nd and 10 from just inside the 11. Fake toss to Hilliard. Forcade buys time. Lost one into the end zone, and it is picked off by Pollard, but he's out of bounds.
Oh, he is?
That's what the back judge says.
Now watch Darryl Pollard, number 26. There he has the ball. Oh, what are you guys talking about? Oh, that's an interception. That's an interception. If he's got possession of the ball, now that might be what's at question here, because I think the feet were in bounds. Did he fall on the field?
Definitely.
The longest 2 minutes I've ever been.
The only question is knee or elbow first at this point.
And he has the ball.
Knee.
Possession of the ball is beyond dispute.
After further review, the play is ruled intercepted in the end zone. Touchdown.
Exactly. They got it right.
There's
Important factor. First down from the 20. Here's Roger Craig. And that's about his best run of the night after the 28-yard line as Ricky Jackson makes the tackle, and Forcade still steaming over the last call.
Right, well,
they are telling us from the replay booth it only took them 1:57. Of course, their clock may have started a little later than ours. There's a first down for Rathman to the 34-yard line. They page the field and say, we're going to take a look at it. So it's not from the end of the preceding play. From the 34, here's Craig again. For the first time tonight, the 49er running game shows some semblance of what we've come to expect. Robert Massey makes the tackle. 12:45 to go in the third quarter. And Montana has a first down as he goes to Jamie Williams, the tight end.
And here comes Flag. Come in and deliver a shot right to the kidney.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness by number 28. Defense, 15 yards, first down.
At the 37. Montana over the middle. It's John Taylor, and Taylor gets taken down by Massey at the 22-yard line. So the longest, most sustained march of the night for the Niners, but there's a penalty flag down back at the 50-yard line.
Personal foul, head slap, number 97, defense, 15 yards, first down.
The rookie Ronaldo Turnbull.
Especially when it's your head and your ear hole.
2nd and 6. Look out. Jackson with the blitz, but Montana gets the pass away. Rathman makes the catch. He's about 3 yards shy of the first down. Ricky Johnson dumping Montana, but Joe gets it away. 10-12 to go in the third quarter. That's Jerry Rice lined up in the backfield and in motion. Montana, after dancing, throws and finds the open man, Brent Jones, for the touchdown. And you give him that much time, and he will find somebody.
And with the penalty, the major penalty with a slap against the head, it wasn't pretty, but it put 7 on the board as Montana dances around till he finds that open receiver.
1-6 from the 42. Forcade under a 4-man rush escapes and picks up the first down at the 50-yard line.
I think that's what we've been talking about all night long. That wasn't very pretty. He's getting pressured out of the pocket, but he's a good athlete. Big, strong, opening up the score on SMU. I mean, now that, to me, there's a real reach looking for a reason to be mad at a guy.
On 2nd and 10, Ronnie Lott again providing that hit after the catch is made by Eric Martin. Short of the first down by about 2.
That drives this team. And a few words for Eric Martin just to hold on to that football.
3rd and 3 from the 43. And the catch is made for a first down by Eric Martin again.
And he came right back into that territory where he could just as well have taken another shot from Lott.
Out of the gun on 3rd and 12. Over the middle to Hilliard with room.
Ooh, he might have got it.
Very close to a first down.
And he got it. What an effort.
12 minutes to go. 49ers ahead by 1. Heist in motion. Hilliard cuts it back. Tackled at the 12. Dombrowski with a great block to lead the way, and Ronnie Lott makes the tackle. 3rd and a short 4. Saints are 50% on 3rd down conversion.
4 wide receivers.
Inside handoff to Hilliard, and he gets to the 10-yard line, but not enough. I think he's going to come up about a half-yard shy, and Forcade, with his hands spread apart, showing Jim Mora just how far they have to go.
Boy, and Matt
And here
Millen.
comes Anderson.
Yeah, Morton, don't worry about this one. Al
Right.
already gave it to you. Sure.
There's your replay.
There you go. Don't you feel good?
Oh, terrific.
Al's right on top of it. No problem, Morton. You could have gone to the kitchen early. Al already gave it to him.
Saints by 2.
Here comes the crowd.
On 3rd and 15. Rathman, the safety valve, nets 5. Tackled by Cook, and the 49ers will kick. Helton to kick. Morse to receive for the Saints. Short kick. Morse at the 42. Evades the initial pursuit and then brings it back out to the 48-yard line. It's Vince Buck running it back, the rookie from Central State, after a 39-yard kick. Saints have it at midfield.
15 tackles and getting 5 or 6 extra yards.
Saints have taken both away. 3rd and 5. And Forcade dumping it off, intended for Brenner.
And Forcade looks hurt.
2nd and 10.
Ooh,
Blitz. Down he goes on the safety blitz by Gene Atkins.
Boy, well timed. We talked about Atkins being a hitter. They moved him to free safety this year to take advantage of that.
3rd and 18 from the 8. Montana. And again, great coverage intended for Sherrard, broken up by Maxey.
That time double coverage. Maxey on one side, Milton Mack closing on the other side. You might think he might have put it out there on purpose.
Helton to kick. Vince Buck back for it. Line drive. Fumbled at the 44-yard line. Pile up at the 43.
Boy, the second muff of the night.
And the Saints have it. The Saints are able to maintain control of it.
Yesterday's games, by the way, ran 3 hours and 4 minutes. The average last year, 3 hours and 11 minutes.
And that's number 94, Haley, tripping up Hilliard before he can get started for a loss of 2.
Standing out of bounds.
3rd and 13 from the 45-yard line. 4-man rush. Forcade throws it up for grabs, and it is
It's intercepted.
No, they're saying no.
Oh.
Eric Wright was there. He came up with a football, but it hit the turf.
Well,
Dave Waymer deflected it, the former Saint.
We're looking at a situation where Dave Waymer has that thing easy, and Ronnie Lott hits him and knocks the ball away. That goes back up into the air. And here comes Eric Wright, yeah. And he never did control it. But that's LT's at home tonight saying, I would have had that.
They have to get to the 30. Too high. Intended for Rathman, and he was shadowed by Johnson to begin with.
And the 49ers will punt. We've seen an awful lot of offense these past 2 series, haven't we? Well, if this crowd was ever going to get to their feet and let their defensive team hear how they appreciate their play, this is a good time.
12 on the clock. Helton to kick. Bobby Morse is now back in to receive for New Orleans.
Beautiful.
Fielded at the 30. And Morris brings it back out to the 45. And again, the Saints with good field position. Exactly 3 minutes to go and 2 timeouts remaining. Hilliard.
Oh, and Ronnie Lott hits it.
It's still loose.
It's still open.
And it's Jet Brooks who comes up with the football.
And Ronnie Lott makes it happen. Can you believe it? Can you believe Ronnie Lott in the game he has played here tonight?
That's one for the books tonight. He's been all over the field.
Unbelievable. Will kick at the ball.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He did. He booted that ball out of there. Looked like Nureyev.
3rd down and 14. They rush 6. Rathman makes the catch, but he is out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So you'll be looking at a 55-yard effort. Troy Cook with the coverage.
Oh, there's a pattern that mystifies me, guys.
7-yarder, though he did have the distance on each. This a 56-yarder. Helton brings down the high snap. The kick is just short.
Oh, by just so little.
From the 43. And Corcade lofting it too long, intended for Perriman. Right back there covering. And so that not only helps the 49ers in the sense they don't pick up the first down, but the clock stops with 1:41.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's poor clock management. Has to win this ball game and go in there one more time and throttle the 49ers. This has been as good a defensive effort against the 49ers that Joe Montana has seen in a long time.
Rice left, Taylor right on first down from the 19-yard line. And Taylor gets open at the 40, makes the catch, tackled at the 43 by Gene Atkins. 1st and 10, 44, again Rice left, Taylor right. Swing to Rathman. Out to the 49 he goes. It'll be 2nd and 5. Cook makes the tackle under a minute to go.
It almost looked for one of the backs out of the backfield or the tight end.
This time Taylor left and Rice to the right. And they hit Craig. He has the first down, and he'll try to get out of bounds, and he does with 31 seconds. He's out at the 41-yard line.
And why does Milton Mack, number 24, give Roger Craig a shot like that rather than try to wrap him up and bring him down in bounds?
Down further with 31 seconds. And Montana does it to Rice, who makes the catch. That takes it to the 20. And here come the Niners in a hurry. Again, without a timeout. He beat Massey. They're within a 38-yard field goal attempt.
Actually, it didn't beat him, Alice, but prevent defense, and the 49ers are just eating it alive.
Helton to put it down. Chuck Thomas to snap it. And the kick is good.
And the Superdome is quiet. Well, unless there's a defensive penalty.
Yep. Niner secondary is in Mississippi at the moment. Why not? Time has run out. Corcade is going to loft it into a sea of white shirts, and it's going to end with a Ronnie Lott interception. And that's the way I suppose it should end, with a 49er victory, with Lott coming up with the football. They're 1 point and about 9 inches. Mike Cofer wins it. San Francisco prevails. They win on opening night from the Superdome in New Orleans. See you in Denver, 13-12. Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, Dan Dierdorf talk to you next Monday from Mile High Stadium in Denver.